growers know that having a successful peanut crop to harvest in the fall begins with strategic land preparation in the early spring. Many farmers deep turn the soil, burying residue from the preceding crop. Huge rototillers pulverize the soil, making it easy for the peanut plant to grow and thrive. Now, these levelers smooth out the surface and lay off the rows in which the peanut seed will be planted. This grower is in the process of filling his planter with seed. Once this has been accomplished, he moves to the field to begin the planting process. Growers plant at a seeding rate of 140 to 160 pounds per acre. Now, this number can be higher or lower depending on the individual grower's preference, weather conditions prior to planting, soil type, and other intangibles. What method works for one may not work for another. Within 6 to 8 days, a peanut will emerge. Herbicides are applied to kill any weeds that are germinating. The peanut plant will begin flowering about 30 days after planting. If the weather is too hot and dry, once reproductive growth begins, flower initiation, the flower may not pollinate to form a new peg, or the peg may not be able to enter the soil where the peanut pod forms. However, this plant looks healthy. Over the next several months, the peanut vine continues to grow, fills in the gaps between the rows, which is referred to as lapping. Most growers with irrigation will utilize it to provide needed water to the plant at optimum times and critical growth stages. Land plaster or gypsum is applied to the peanuts at pegging time. Gypsum is a soluble source of calcium, making it rapidly available to the peanut pods. Calcium is critical to the development of the pod and kernel or seed of the peanut. Calcium is absorbed directly through the pod of the peanut as it develops, instead of translocating through the plant from the root. Without adequate calcium, the peanut plant may get pod rot, or the seed may not form at all, or the seed may result in poor germination if grown for seed to be planted the following year. Once the grower has decided to harvest, he will attach the digger shaker inverter to his tractor. This device will cut the taproot below the pods and gently lift them out of the ground. Then, once they are loosened from the ground, a steel conveyor will lift and vibrate them to remove as much dirt as possible before they are inverted. You can see the peanut riding up the conveyor where they are inverted and allowed to dry. After they've dried in the field 48 to 96 hours, the grower will begin the process of picking his peanuts. This machine will lift the field-dried plant to separate the peanut pods from the plant. The vines will be discharged to the rear, and the vines and leaves recharge the nutrient levels in the soil for a subsequent crop. The peanuts are dumped into a bin above the picker. Then they are conveyed into wagons. At this point of the harvest, the peanuts still contain 20% moisture. Once the wagons are full, the peanuts are taken to be artificially dried at the farm's location or independent drying location. These large fans will force air heated at about 95 degrees Fahrenheit into the wagon and through the peanuts, drying them to between 8 and 10% moisture. Many times while harvesting, the peanuts will contain pieces of rock, dirt, sticks, and other foreign material which gets dumped into the wagon with the peanuts. The grower is paid on the basis of his average rate. However, for every % of foreign material, damaged peanuts, or other kernels, the value of his peanuts declines. As a result, most growers will want to have their peanuts cleaned to remove as much foreign material as possible prior to grading. Then they're carried by elevators to the cleaner. The cleaner is not designed to remove 100% of the farm material, but it will do a good job separating the large sticks, rocks, or dirt from the peanut, called farmer's stock. The next result will be a cleaner batch of peanut pods, which will begin the shelling process. At last, the farmer will take his peanuts to a buying point where they are graded, and the farmer receives a check. At this point, the farmer's work for his peanut crop is complete. Then, come next April or May, land preparation, getting the peanut crop ready, planting the peanut crop. Later comes along digging and finally harvesting the crop. Yes, Georgia peanut farmers can be proud of the peanut crop they are producing, paying close attention to all details necessary to make the world's best peanuts even better.